Honestly. She's my supervisor, really. We want to announce something really special and amazing. And if you'd like to come and see us after the show, then we'll sign you up. Don't worry. We've got an amazing new project. It's actually called The Office Girls Go Crazy Care Home for Retired Comedians, Poets, Dancers, and any other shows. So,
You say retarded?
Raymond!
We've signed you up, Raymond.
This is our poster boy for the retired. It'll be marvellous. Now, we all know that comedians and poets never really retire. They never really retire, just keep churning it out. But what happens when the gigs dry up? When your funny bones have crumbled, and you prefer a nice evening show, and you can't get your head around TikTok no matter how you try. It's too difficult, and you've done so many of Logan Murray's refresher comedy courses that he's taken out a restraining order on you. So, yes, so, and your health isn't what it was, but you still have the urge to perform. Well, don't worry, come to our care home, because you'll have so many opportunities to perform gigs, we'll have open mics, we'll have poetry writing competitions, and it will be absolutely lovely. And, I have to say, Heather and I are actually qualified in geriatric care. No, don't, seriously, look, we've got our little passes and our gloves and everything, we know what we're doing. And, yes. So it's, yes, in our care home where you get to perform. It is a kind of pay-to-play situation, but it's your relatives that are paying. So woohoo! Just go for it. Yeah. So we understand all your health problems, so we're just going to run a few of them that you might kind of come to suffer with when you're elderly. So over to you, Nurse Heather.
Women's problems?
Women's problems, yes, women's problems. Women's problems.
Well, I've heard of spending a penny when I got a feeling in my loins. And every time I went for a wee, I passed out a couple of coins. 5p's, 10p's, 20p's, I found it so uncanny that every time I went for a wee, loads of money fell out of my fanny. I was worried, so I went to my doctor. He said, calm down, it's not really that strange. It's ever so common when we're your age. You're just going through the change. A woman went to a gynaecologist with tears welling in her eyes, complaining of pain in her ovaries. Much to the doctor's surprise. Don't you mean your ovaries? He said, trying to correct. No, it's definitely my ovaries, and I need to have them checked. She lay back on the bed. The doc parted her pubic hair. He rummaged around and said, you're right, it's been a cockatoo up there.
And now, guys, erectile dysfunction.
I went out with a man in his 70s. He had grey hair and a wobbly denture. He'd not had sex for 10 years, stuck his cock in my ears. I think he had penile dementia.
What about memory loss?
I kept saying the same thing twice. So I went to my doctor to ask for advice. I said, I'm having strange problems with my diction. So he wrote me out a repeat prescription.
And then what about, for some of you guys, compulsive masturbation? Raymond.
He's filling out his form, his booking form, I think. My boyfriend nearly lost his job as a roofer last week, having a wank where he thought it couldn't be seen. But luckily his boss did not give a toss and just told him to wipe the slate clean.
And we're really good with digestive problems as well. You know, when you get older, you get dicky tummies and constipation and stuff. So now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the Bristol stool chart. This is usually when Heather has a big chart, but she forgot it.
I forgot to bring it.
So we'll do a little description of the Bristol stool chart. You know, it's all like sausages, nuggets, and chocolate mousse. Like kids' school dinners from the 90s, basically. And oh yeah, you want to avoid the IKEA stool chart. Now, you don't want to pass a fox stall. What about the old comedian stool chart?
Yeah, and I forgot to bring that again as well. We've got a picture of them.
Memory loss.
Yeah. You've got the greasy revenge. You've got the latte laxative. The stage fright shite. The comedy currants. And then the finalist's floater.
Finalist floater. So anyway, just to reassure you that we are trained and qualified, so you'll have loads of fun, everything will be taken care of, all your problems, and we just want to kind of reassure you that it's a poem about having a poo.
Letting it all go.
Letting it all go.
Having a poo can be so much fun. You never know what will come out of your bum.
Will it come out in lumps, or a solid great log, or a steaming pan cracker that blocks up your bog?
There's a Vindaloo special which comes out in a gush. A floater that bobs around and refuses to flush.
A smooth, creamy one, and you think you're in luck, till it gets halfway out and decides to get stuck.
The smelly ones that make you lunge for the chain. Gritty ones that make you cry out in pain.
And a huge greasy one that gets stuck to the side. A king-size bum ripper that you gaze at with pride.
There's curly ones and nutty ones, ones that make you strain. An anal tearing terror, so you can't sit down again.
Well,
some go splash, and some go plop, and some won't come out for weeks. Then when it's slide out of your tubes, it sticks to your pubes, and you smear it all over your cheeks.
So don't worry, we'll take care of all of that. So if you want to come and see us, I've got some nice forms for you all to fill in, and then come and join the Office Girls Go Crazy care home for retired comedians, poets, dancers, and just general shops. Thank you very much.
And then just before we go, we're just going to say we've done this tonight because we entered a competition recently called the Not So New Comedian of the Year, and we actually got through to the semi-final.